Hello, kids! So now let us go to our next lesson. But before that, let's try to answer these questions. What are your favorite animals? Do you have a pet? Or is there something in your mind that you really would like to have as a pet? Oh, that's nice! How about what do you think is the most amazing plant that you know? Have you ever tried planting or taking care of a plant? My next question is, where do they live? Where can you find them? Ang iyong paboritong animal ay makikita mo ba sa forest? Can it be seen on a grassland? Can you find it in waters? And my last question is, why do you think they live there? Your answers are amazing and interesting. So now, my last question will be, what do you think is our lesson all about? Correct! Our lesson is all about plants and animals and their habitat. Plants and animals exist in various environments known as habitats, which provide them with the necessary conditions for survival including food, shelter, and breeding grounds. Ibig kong sabihin, lahat ng plants and animals na nag-e-exist or mayroon tayo dito sa mundo ay mayroong iba't ibang tirahan, which is known to be called habitats. So ano pong ibig ng sabihin ng habitat? When we say habitat, ito po yung mga tirahan kung saan makikita ang iba't ibang plants and animals. I repeat, when we say habitat, it is the home or the place where we can find plants and animals. And each habitat provides them with the necessary conditions. Iba't iba po ang kondisyon ng mga habitat. Iba-iba po ang kalagayan ng mga habitat. Depende po kung ano ang kailangan ng mga animals and plants. There are habitats that are cold, there are habitats that are hot, there are habitats that are wet, there are habitats that are dry, and so on. Para po masustain or masuportahan kung ano yung kinakailangan ng mga animals and plants. So what can we find in the habitat? In their habitats, there are food, shelter, and breeding grounds. When we say food, yung mga pagkain na kakailanganin nila. Shelter, yung titirahan nila. Breeding grounds is yung place kung saan sila pwedeng makapagparami, kagaya ng mga birds. Saan po ba sila pwedeng mangitlog? Kagaya ng mga fish. Saan po ba pwedeng dumami ang mga fish? First type of habitat is terrestrial habitat. Again, say it with me. Terrestrial habitat. One more time. Correct. Terrestrial habitat. And terrestrial habitats are land-based environments where plants and animals thrive. So, ang tatandaan lang natin pag sinabi nating terrestrial habitat, it is land-based. Ibig sabihin, sa lupa po nakatira ang mga plants and animals na makikita sa terrestrial habitat. So what are the different types of terrestrial habitats? We have forest or gubat, Nakapan kayo ba di gubaten? Sino na sa inyo nakapunta sa gubat? O, diba? In forest, what can we see there? We can see different plants. Next is grassland. Okay, so as it is stated by its name, when we say grassland, it has a lot of grass. Next is desert. Okay, nakapunta na ba kayo sa desert or disyerto? Ano po bang makikita natin sa disyerto? Correct. Pag pumunta tayo ng disyerto, makakakita tayo ng napakaraming buhangin. And what do you think is the weather condition in the desert? Is it hot or cold? Yes, it is very hot on deserts. Next is mountain. Nakapan kayo ba ti mountains then? When nakakita kayo, iti mountain. Okay. So what are the plants and animals that we can find in this terrestrial habitat? So let's find out later, okay? So we have climate influence. So the climate greatly influences the types of plants and animals found in this habitat. So, pag sinabing climate influence, it can be the temperature, kung malamig ba or mainit sa mga lugar na yon. Remember, iba-iba po ang temperature or climate sa isang lugar or sa iba't ibang lugar. Sa mga mountains, just like Baguio City, ano po ba ang temperature sa Baguio City? Yes, malamig po sa Baguio City because it is on the mountains. How about on the desert? Malamig po ba or mainit? Yes, mainit po dahil ang kalimitang makikita po sa mga desyerto ay buhangin lamang. Walang masyadong mga puno. Okay? Mayroon man pero kakailan lang or kakaunti lang. And also, it can be rainfall. When we say rainfall, yung pagbuhos ng ulan. Okay, so we have our different rainforests. Ibig sabihin po yung kung saan mga maulan na lugar. And also the seasonal changes. Pag sinabing seasonal changes, yung pagbabago ng mga panahon. There are places in the world na nagkakaroon ng snow. And some places naman, they don't experience snow, but they experience cold weather and rainy season. There are places naman that they don't experience rain at all. Okay? So, and there are also places in the world that the whole year they always experience um snow or cold weather, right? So, that is how climate influence the habitat. So, kapag po iba-iba ang weather, iba-iba ang temperature, iba-iba ang climate, nakaka-apekto po yun sa mga animals. Kasi, for example, mayroong mga animals na hindi mabubuhay kung palaging tag-ulan. Meron namang mga animals or plants na hindi mabubuhay pag laging mainit. So, there should be a balance on its climate, temperature, and rainfall. Okay po? Kasi, kagaya ng ating mga animals, kapag po tag-ulan, hindi po sila masyadong makakapaghanap ng kanilang pagkain. So, what do? They will find a place kung saan hindi masyadong maulan. Or a place where there is still food for them to feed para makapag-survive sila kahit na maulan ang season. Ganun po, nakakaapekto ang climate. O for instance, deserts have drought-resistant plants, while rainforests have dense vegetation and high biodiversity. So for example po, sa disyerto, merong drought resistant plants. Pag sinabing drought, tagtuyot na resistant plants, ibig sabihin, kaya nilang mabuhay kahit tagtuyot. Example of it is the cactus in the picture. Ang cactus po, mabubuhay yan na halaman kahit na hindi mo diligan ng ilang buwan, ilang araw. It can survive kasi nasa sistema po yan ng cactus. It has a built-in capability na mabuhay, mag-produce ng kanyang sariling water kahit na hindi mo siya diligan. While on the rainforest, merong mga dense vegetation and high biodiversity. Okay, example of a plant that we can find in a rainforest is this flower. This is the Rafflesia. It is considered the biggest flower. Yes, that is a Rafflesia. And no matter how beautiful it is, no matter how big it is, I have a trivia for you. Kahit gaano siya kalaki at kaganda, ganun naman kabaho ang flower na ito. Yes, it has a very, very foul odor. Okay. So these are the terrestrial plants that we can find in the Philippines. So ano po yung mga halaman na makikita natin sa land? Okay, we have the Nara, our national tree, Ayakal, okay, a hardwood tree, Molave, yan. We also have the Banaba. It has beautiful flowers used in traditional medicine. We also have bougainvillea. Oh, I know most of you have bougainvillea at home. O, muyo data niya. Also, we have coconut tree. It gives us coconut fruit, oil, and many other useful products. That's why it is called a tree of life. Also, we have the bamboo. We also have pineapple, which is a fruit, a santol tree, and a rubber tree. Do you know what is a rubber tree? Okay, so a rubber tree has sap. So a rubber tree produces a sap, which is used to make rubber. Yes, digi dagtana, digi white nga, maala ka digi rubber tree. It is used to make a rubber. Let's remember that plants are our friends. Let's take care of them and our environment because let us keep in mind that when we plant today, we will be sure, it is sure that we will be having a better tomorrow. So we have here the different animals that are terrestrial animals. Again, terrestrial animals that can be found or it is found in the Philippines. So remember, these animals live on land. Okay, so first one we have the Philippine deer. Okay. Also, we have the Philippine mouse deer. The Philippine mouse deer is also known to be as the pilandok. O di ba meron kayong binasang story about pilandok? Oh yes, this is pilandok, the Philippine mouse deer. We also have the Philippine porcupine. Oh, yan, meron siyang spikes. And it uses its spikes to protect itself from danger or it has quills. Next is the monitor lizard. Yan. And the Philippine civet. Don't you know that this animal is also um, very, very famous? Yes, because it helps in spreading seeds and is important for our forests. Another is Palawan bear cat. Yan. And Philippine wild boar o baboy ramo. And long-tailed macaque. This is a um, species of a monkey. It is a very smart monkey, often seen in trees and near human communities. Okay, so what do we call this again? These animals? They are the terrestrial animals. Again? Okay, very good. The terrestrial animals, and they live on land. Very good. Next habitat is the aquatic habitat. Again, say it with me. Aquatic habitat. And aquatic habitats are environments that are primarily water-based, including oceans, rivers, lakes, and wetlands. So, ang tatandaan lang natin palagi, pag aquatic habitats, ang mga animals at plants ay nakatira sa tubig. Saan po nakatira? Sa tubig. Kagaya ng ocean, rivers, lakes, and wetlands. Okay po, ma? Karaman po ba DJ dram nga dadanom na haan? Ma'am, karaman ba di kanal? Haan. Pag sinabi nating aquatic habitats, it is about the ocean, rivers, seas, lakes, and other wetlands. That is part of our, ano yung nga ulit yung lesson ninyo sa AP? Mga anyong tubig. Okay. So, there are types of aquatic habitats. This can be classified into freshwater habitats and saltwater habitats. So, when we say freshwater, these are lakes, rivers, mga ilog, and ponds. When we say naman saltwater habitats, these are oceans, ang karagatan, at seas, ang dagat. So, when we say aquatic habitat, the animals and plants can live here by its oxygen availability. Oxygen, ano nga ulit yung oxygen? Diba? Yun yung gas na kailangan nating i-breathe in. Oxygen levels can vary significantly in water, affecting the types of organisms that can live there. Aquatic plants like algae and water lilies produce oxygen through photosynthesis, which is essential for fish and other aquatic animals. So, kagaya ng lesson natin noon sa um, plants, plants produces oxygen, di ba po? Ang plants ang nagbibigay sa atin ng oxygen. So, ganun din po sa animals na makikita sa land and sa water. So, for the plants in aquatic habitat, animals in the aquatic habitat to survive, they also need oxygen. At sinong magbibigay ng oxygen sa kanila? The aquatic plants. Okay, so there are plants that we can see in water. So, these are the different aquatic plants that we have in the Philippines. First is the lotus. Okay, lotus is a beautiful flower that grows in ponds and lakes. We also have the water lily. The water lily floats on the water and has pretty flowers. We also have the water hyacinth. Water hyacinth floats on the water and it has beautiful purple flowers. Also, we have kangkong. Okay? Kangkong is a leafy plant that grows in water or muddy areas. We eat its leaves. So, mga kay ti kangkong, balangog. Si DJ, kangkong. And water fern. We also have duckweeds. Nakakita kayo dito yan, duckweeds. Mostly makikita ito sa lakes and sa ponds. And they are good food for fish. Hindi lang oxygen ang mabibigay niya. Nakapagbibigay din ito ng food for fish. Also, we have the talisay. Ayan. Water plant that grows in rivers and fish ponds. So, dito nagtatago or nagsisilbi siyang habitat ng mga fishes. Okay, also we have pondweed. Ito grows underwater in lakes and ponds. It gives oxygen to the water. Also, we have water lettuce. Ayan. Floats on the water like a green lettuce. And seagrass. Grows in the sea. Makikita nyo detoy baybay. Kadwa na detoy baybay. It is a home for small sea animals. And also, we have aquatic animals found in the Philippines. First, you have the sea turtle. Know the difference between the turtle and the tortoise. Turtle, ito yung makikita natin sa water, where the tortoise, sila mostly yung nasa land. Okay, so it comes to a shore to lay eggs on the beach. Next is dugong or sea cow. Yan, magkaiba po ang sea lion and sea cow. Yung dugong po, it is a sea cow. It is a friendly sea animal that eats grass or sea grass. Okay, so it's very rare and needs our protection, lalo na sa mga karagatan or dagat ng Pilipinas. Next is the dolphin. Ayan. Dolphin is smart and playful animal that lives in groups. It loves to jump and swim in the sea. We also have the whale shark or the butanding. Yes, the butanding is the biggest fish in the sea, but it is harmless. It eats tiny plants and animals. Also, we have jellyfish, soft and jelly-like animal that floats in the water. Okay, so some jellyfish can sting. Some jellyfish is safe. Some jellyfish here in our country, especially I think that is in Palawan, they can eat it. Pwedeng kainin yung ibang jellyfish. Also this one, clownfish. Do you know Nemo? Okay, Nemo is a clownfish. Small, colorful fish that lives in sea anemones. And it is made famous by the movie Finding Nemo. Also the manta ray. Okay, or the stingrays. Yan. Octopus, seahorse, blue crab. Those are some examples of aquatic animals that can be found or it is found in the Philippines. Ano pa yung mga alam nating aquatic animals? We have shells, right? We have the squid or pusit. What else? We have shrimp and many more aquatic animals. Okay, and what do we need to do in order for us to protect those aquatic plants and animals? Yes, we have to take care of them by not throwing our garbage or our waste in the bodies of water. Next is aerial habitat. Pag sinabi namang aerial habitat, it refers to the environments found in the air, primarily utilized by birds and flying insects. Amin nga tumaytayab, lahat ng lumilipad ay makikita sa aerial habitats. Ibig sabihin po, sa air. Okay po? Sa makikita sa air. So, types of aerial habitats. This include atmosphere above various terrestrial and aquatic environments, often characterized by air currents and varying altitude. So, lahat ng nakikita natin, di tangatang, the air, the atmosphere, that is aerial habitat. Adaptations for flight. Animals in aerial habitats such as birds, bats, and insects have specialized adaptations for flight, including lightweight bodies, wings, and keen eyesight for navigation. So, iba't ibang animals ang makikita natin sa aerial habitat. Iba't ibang plants. So, yung mga animals, they can adapt for flight. For example, gaan yung kanilang body so that they can fly? What body part do they have so they can fly? They use their wings, of course. Okay? They have their wings and they have their eyesight. Bakit po ba lumilipad yung ating mga insects or animals? For them to easily find a better place or um, a better place where they can find their food. Okay? Lumilipad sila gamit ang kanilang wings, gamit ang kanilang mga pakpak para mas makakita sila ng mga lugar kung saan mas mabubuhay sila. So these are the animals that can be found in the Philippines, or the aerial animals that we have. We have the Philippine eagle, Brahminy kite. Ayan, Brahminy kite, minsan madalas natin itong nakikita. Philippine cockatoo, peregrine falcon, fruit bat. Ayan, yung mga paniki that feed on fruit. The hornbill or the kalaw, the swiftlet or the sapot, brown-eared bulbul, sunbird or maya, owlet nightjar. Ayan. And marami pang iba. We also have our insects, okay, that live in their aerial habitat. Basta ang tatandaan lang natin, kapag aerial habitat, they mostly stay on air. And now, these are the aerial plants that can be found in the Philippines. So, ito yung mga halaman na nagkikling or naghahang sa mga trees, okay, for them to survive. Okay. So, first is orchids. Next is staghorn fern, bird's nest fern, Spanish moss. This is a tillandsia or an air plant. So this is considered as aerial plant because it does not need soil to grow. It gets water and food from the air. Another is Hoya or the wax plant. Sometimes this is color white and yellow. Sometimes it is also pink as it is shown in the picture. Next is philodendron. Minsan tinatawag din itong monstera plant. Yan. And the ficus or the climbing fig. So these are just few of the many aerial plants that can be found in the Philippines. So again, let us recall our lesson. What do we call again the place where a plant or animal stay for it to survive? We call it, correct, we call it the habitat. And what are the three different types of habitat? When a plant and animal lives on land, we call it the terrestrial terrestrial habitat. And when a plant or an animal stays on water, we call its habitat, very good, the aquatic habitat. And when it stays on air, we call it the aerial habitat. Okay, so now, is to Write down or list down the plants and animals according to its habitat. So, if it is on land, you write down under the land. Kapag nakikita ito sa water, you write it on water. And kapag nakikita sa air, you write it on air. Okay? So, take a picture of your answers and send it to me privately. Ibig sabihin, isend nyo kanya sa account ko. Isend po sa messenger ni Ma'am Bea. Isisend po ba sa GC? Hindi po. Okay? So, just write your answer on your notebook. And you can also copy the important details from this video. Okay? So, ulitin ko. Answeran po ito sa inyong notebook. And then, picturean and then isend sa akin sa messenger. Okay po? So that's all for this lesson. I hope you learned something. Goodbye and have a nice day.